3 days speaking 90 challenge. If you're watching this video, then I assume or I presume that you would be hitting that challenge and will not back off. Just 3 days is what I'm asking for. If you really want to accept this challenge, then all you gotta do is make sure you watch the video till the end, because you will benefit it at the end to get that, to see that 90 out of 90 in your speaking in just 3 days. Hey everybody, Nakul from SKILLS PTE ACADEMIC. I'm back with yet another super awesome video, 3-day speaking challenge. Is it really possible to get that speaking 90 in 3 days? Well, we will see. Today you will see as to what is that routine that you need to follow just for 3 days and get that 90 in speaking. Guaranteed, done and dusted. Alright, so before we get into the video, if not subscribed to this channel, kindly click on the subscribe button, and anytime you need online assistance, it's a paid assistance, you can WhatsApp us to the number appearing at the bottom of the screen. I'll be there, we will be there to help you guide in the right direction. Alright, what are we waiting for? Let's quickly straight away get into the video. Let me just share my screen. Speaking 93-day challenge. The name is so enticing, isn't it? Alright, even the content is very enticing. The total time required is 6 hours max, so it doesn't take like 24 hours per day. 6 hours total max is what I'm talking about. 2 hours each day. Is it really enough? It is actually, when you understand how to practice. Correct? A wise man once said, a genius is the one who does only what is required. Here we will do only what is required. Well, in 6 hours it may not be possible to get reading, listening, writing 90, but speaking is definitely possible. Alright, so day 1, what am I supposed to do? Very simple. Stop practicing, man. It's okay, people want to just practice without understanding what to practice, how to practice, where to practice, and lot many things. So you first need to stop practicing and get the approach for all the modules. One day you can give it there. 2 hours is what I'm asking. Get the approach, read aloud how to do, repeat sentence how to do, what is the strategy, what is that shortcut, what is that secret, how to understand the software, and lot many things. And where do we get all this? You can check my recent PT speaking complete course video in the YouTube. It's around 1.5 hour, close to 1.5 hour video. Complete speaking is there, entire tips and tricks. The link is in the description as well. You can have a look at it, or else you can check my 3 hours PT full course video. There as well I have given the complete tips and tricks, but in this video it's specially for speaking, concentrated more towards the techniques behind getting 90 for speaking. Okay, first check this, spend that time, it's okay, don't practice, simply don't practice. 1 + 1 is equal to 3. If you practice, what is the use of practicing? Isn't it so? So stop practicing, get the approach. That's day 1, relax. Only 2 days left, Nakul. Yes, 2 days are enough if you get the right approach. Okay, so what are the highlights told in that video, the videos, the approaches? I'll just give you some highlights, probably for 2-3 minutes. Read aloud, there should not be any fumbles, not even one. Rhythmic speed, that right now I'm talking at a rhythmic speed. If you just notice, I'm going like the constant speed. That constant speed, market research is a vital part of that rhythmic speed. No rushing. Don't do that. See how chillax, chill plus relax, chillax I am in speaking. That way it should be. No intonation. Market research is a vital part. Should not happen. Crisp clarity. Market research is a vital part. Open the mouth more and speak. You can skip the difficult words, should not be an issue at all. How many words? Any number of words. Content is not a priority. I understand people are saying there, what about reading? Read aloud contributes marks to reading. Do you think I don't know that? Still, content is not a priority. For read aloud to give 35 marks to your reading, you need to be fluent. Not that you need to be perfect in content. Click the next button immediately once done. Don't wait for the microphone to turn off itself, and go with a natural speed. Don't go fast, don't go slow, at a natural speed. That's the highlight for read aloud. Repeat sentence, again 0 fumbles, rhythmic speed, don't rush, crisp clarity. When you speak, open your mouth and speak. Some people open the mouth half, don't open full. 50-60% content, spelling is wrong there, very sorry. 50-60% content is enough. Well, if you have the ability to give 100% content, go ahead, go ahead. But if you're not, then it's totally fine. 50-60% content will also fetch 90%, 90 out of 90 rather. Click next once done, immediately once you speak done, click next immediately. Copy the speed of the speaker and copy the pauses. Wherever the speaker gives a pause, you also give a pause there. That's all the repeat sentence. You can check that video that I told you clearly, entirely 1.5 hours I have explained this, and describe image, Same thing as the read aloud, whatever the speed you had in the read aloud, the same speed you are supposed to speak here as well. Zero fumbles, rhythmic speed, no rush, crisp clarity, any template, speak for 25 seconds, and content is not going to give you any mark. So, do not be in an assumption that I gave maximum word, minimum word, I have to get marks. Whether you give maximum or not, it does not matter. What gives you mark is you need to speak and describe image the same way as you did in the read aloud. It is not what you speak, rather it is how you speak. Alright, read a lecture, again same as read aloud, zero fumbles, rhythmic speed, no rush, crisp clarity, any template is fine, but usually go with that template which gives you a lengthy sentences to speak, only for the reason that you can be more fluent. The speaker said, fluency broke. The lecture gives the important key points and the relevant information about. This gives you that rhythmic speed automatically, isn't it? You can check that video that I told you in the beginning, the link is in the description, their templates, everything is there. Speak for 25 to 30, do not have to speak for 40 seconds, and use phrases instead of keywords. A phrase is like 4, 5 or 3, 4 keywords, one small sentence. Like that 3 to 4 or 4 to 5 phrases would be better if you are hopping or eyeing at a better score towards your listening module. Answer short question, just skip it. If you really want, you try doing it. You know the answer, you tell the answer. You don't know the answer, repeat the question or skip the question. It is not going to give you any mark, max 1 mark, out of which all the questions you can easily answer. Don't worry, no need to practice. This is what day 1, which you already did now. If you still didn't understand clearly, probably you can check that video, completely will understand. Day 1 will be done. Now we are left with 2 days. Is 2 days really enough? Definitely yes. Day 2, start conscious practice. I am not asking you to simply practice. There is a huge difference between practicing and practicing consciously. When you are conscious, you are aware of your mistakes. You are also aware of the things that are causing you do the mistakes. Why the mistakes are happening? Why am I prone to mistakes? A lot of things. Become more conscious. This is the key. Simply practicing will not work, man. A wise person would practice for 10 minutes. And understand everything. Another person will practice for 1 year and understand the same thing what this wise person understood in 10 minutes. So, that is what consciousness is. Try to be there, completely put your effort and concentration. 30 minutes of read aloud is what I am asking. Record all the 30 minutes, complete 30 minutes using any phone app. Download sound recording app. Zoom is there, or any sound recording app. Check for fumbles. Market research is should not happen, boss. If it happens, then you need to stop it. How to stop it? You will understand now. For 79, there should be 0 fumbles. I am making 5 fumbles in one sentence. Probably you are at 55 speaking, that is it. Not any more than that. There should be 0 fumbles. If fumbles are happening in 30 minutes, you need to fix it, because it is possible to fix it in less than 30 minutes. Trust me on this. This is the problem. People have that barrier already put. That is stopping you from going beyond, isn't it? Why are you fumbling? Because you are focusing on the content. Don't focus on the content, focus on the fluency. This kidney is there, right? 99% you give the concentration from this kidney towards concentrating on fluency. 1% content, any word you misinterpret, totally fine. You skip a word, totally fine. There is a difficult word, you speak whatever you want. You change the word, you add a word, you delete a word, does not matter. At the end of the day, fluency should be perfect. For 79, 0 fumbles, 30-minute read aloud with these things in the mind, you practice differently, you experience things differently. With nothing in the mind, you practice, again you experience differently. Correct? So, you need to practice with a conscious effort, with being more conscious about these things. There should not be any fumbles if I am hoping for 79. For 65, for 1 read aloud, I can max make 2 fumbles and not more than that. Otherwise, 65 would be really difficult. For a 50, 4 to 5 or 6 fumbles will do, not more than that. This you should keep in mind. This you should keep in mind. It is not about simply practicing. If I am telling you in 3 days I am going to fix it, then I would want the same response from you guys as well, isn't it? When you practice, keep these things and have that grit. No matter what, I will not deviate. Let us say these are all written on the main road. You are walking or running in the main road. There is a side road. Do not go there. This should not be diverted. Stay there. All your goal is at the end of the day, not the content. It is to produce that smooth flow of speech. Content is not a priority. Keep this in mind and practice for 30 minutes. See the difference. Trust me on this. You will see the difference, and believe me, you will definitely see the difference. For that, you have to put that faith in me. You put that faith in me, 100%, 10% this will happen. The same way, the day 2, you continue after 30 minutes of read aloud practice. You will move to 30 minutes of repeat sentence. Record using any app. Check for fumbles and content. Both in read aloud I said check for fumbles, but in here I am telling you check for fumbles and the content. For 79, 0 fumble boss. I am telling you, you give one fumble, marks gone, software will not be able to understand you. 60-70% content enough, you want to give 100% content, go ahead, but minimum 60-70 should be there. Keep this in mind. The strategies, check that video, it has, you can speak only first 50, first 60, or you can speak 20%, 20%, 20%, in between you can skip. You can skip the word like of, in, to, doesn't matter. Singular, plural, you can say singular or plural, doesn't matter. At the end of the day, I need that fluency, 0 fumble. For a 65, 1 fumble, not more than that. Let's say if the audio is, please come to the next seminar properly prepared, and you said, please come to the next seminar properly prepared. Still you get, but you lose some marks. But if you say, please come to the next seminar prepared, this will be 0. Hope you are getting it. So, for a 50, 2-3 fumbles in the worst case will do, but 50-60% content minimum you have to give for 65 or 79. For 79, for 64, 50 rather. For 79, I would suggest be on the upper side. Let's say you 10 words are there. Let's say you spoke 7 words correctly, out of which this poor software understood only 4 words, because you are not pronouncing it clearly. Why to risk it? Speak not little on higher side. 10 words, 7 words. Full safe. Even if 1 or 2 words software doesn't understand, misinterprets, you still will get full marks towards your listening and speaking. So, with this thing here, consciously put that effort and practice. This is what is the difference. 30 minutes is enough. And memorize the template for describe image and make sure you're perfect. I've missed that word describe image. Describe image only template. Check my other video, you will get to know you don't need any source, any questions not required. For any question, it is the same answer. 10 minutes practice, you can write and practice, or you can read it. It will take 25 seconds. In 1 minute, you can speak 4 times describe image. In 10 minutes, 40 times you can speak. 10 minutes, just speak, read and speak. Probably you don't need to memorize it, it will retain. 10 minutes of describe image is enough, and read a lecture. 30 minutes is what I would want. 30 minutes could be 5 questions. Correct? Record using any app, check for fumbles and content. For 79, there should not be any fumbles. 4 to 5 phrases is a must. For 65, 1 or 2 fumbles will still do. The lecture gives the important key points, max 2, not more than that. 3 or 4 phrases is the minimum, is what I would suggest, and for a 50, 3 to 4 to 5 fumbles is still fine, but 2 phrases minimum you need to write from the question. So, with these things in the mind, start doing a conscious practice. Not many people practice for 24 hours a day, they don't sleep at all. I don't demand you from this. I don't demand all these things from you. You just need to practice for like 2 hours, 3 days, enough. But whenever you practice consciously, that is very, very much required. And then day 2, this is the most crucial of all. Check for pitch issues. At least 15 minutes you need to give time to check the pitch issues. Voice Pitch Analyzer is the app I suggest for Android, or Voice Tools app for iPhone. You can download any one of them. For a male, the pitch should be 140 and above. People with a thicker voice, market research is over, their pitch will be 80, 90, they never get the scores. Your pitch should be 140 and above. How to change that? You need to thin your tone. Market research is you need to thin pitch, sharpness, the pitch goes up. Don't put it above 200 or 180, keep it if possible 180 below. 145, 150, 160 is ideal. Mine is 150. For a female, if your pitch is, let's say, some females will have a very thicker voice, correct, 120, 130, they don't get the scores. It should be above 170, you need to thin it to get 170, 180. Or even if your pitch is, let's say, 300 above, very thin tone, software will not be able to recognize. So, you have to thicken it, market research, like thicken it. So, it should be between 170 to 180 or 260 and below, not like 300, 280, and all those people will also face issues. For 15 minutes, you practice consciously. That is enough, you should be able to get that pitch. Some people would need more time. If it requires more time, you have to fix it on day 2. The pitch should come up. I tried my best for half an hour, the pitch is not coming up. A guy said, still it is at 120 only. Try harder, try a little more, it will come. But day 2 you have to fix and then sleep. Okay. And of all the things, this is more important. 5 minutes of observation, this always helps me. Not just PTE, in everyday activity of the life. Just have to sit and observe why the things are the way they are. Why am I fumbling a lot in read aloud? Why am I not able to still speak correctly in repeat sentence? Why my heart skips a beat in repeat sentence? You got to ask these questions. All I am asking is 5 minutes a day, 5 minutes. Try to understand why fumbles are happening. Try to introspect for any issues. Your mind is a marvel that will have the ability to give you the answers. Just concentrate somewhere here and just sit and just observe. Why am I rushing? Why am I not still able to get the pitch above 150? Probably I am not conscious enough to understand. Correct? When you just sit for 5 minutes and just introspect, you will have the answer. That will be taken forward to the day 3 to fix things. This is very important. You have to focus your mind on concentrating more on fluency and not on the content. This is the root cause. By default, we focus on the content. See, let us say if I am talking to you, my first focus is on the content, 80% on the content, because I have to make sense to you guys, otherwise you will not watch. Otherwise, there is no point in making this video. Fluency, see, whenever sometimes I am stuck, it is totally fine. You guys will have patience to listen. See, I gave multiple pauses, but the software is not like that, and it does not need the content. So, we have to change it. This requires a bit of conscious effort. That is exactly what I am telling you. 5 minutes, just sit and focus. Do this. I always do this. This will listen. Otherwise, it will not listen. When you do this and tell, focus on the fluency, 2 days is enough, 3 days are enough to get that 90. It is actually enough. You just have to force it. It will work. It will work. Focus on natural way of speech. Let us say there is a friend of yours and you ask that friend, hey buddy, how about a coffee tonight? Hey buddy, how about a coffee tonight? Market research is a vital part. Hey buddy, how about a coffee tonight? Same thing. You just have to produce natural way of speech. All this, focus your mind, tell your mind, direct your subconscious mind to concentrate on this on the day 2, end of day 2. This will probably take around 2 hours, 2 hours 15 minutes, that is it. And day 3, start afresh. Start conscious practicing, same routine as before. 30 minutes is the read aloud, 30 minutes is the repeat sentence, 10 minute describe image template, 30 minute retell lecture, 15 minute fixing the pitch, sorry on that, fix the pitch issues, and 5 minute observation. Repeat this with a belief that it works. Before we continue, just give me 2 minutes, I will explain this because it is something really important. There were 2 teams, scientists experimented this thing on 2 teams. They were very fat people. First team, they told, we are going to give a pill that will help you reduce your weight, and they actually give the right pill. Second team, they told, we are giving you a pill that actually reduces your weight, and they gave them a dummy vitamin C pill. And both these teams had such a belief on these scientists because they are world renowned scientists. Both the team, the fat people so called, believed in that and thought that they are consuming the actual pill which reduces the obesity. The first team, after probably 1 month, they all reduced probably 10 kg of weight. It makes sense because they have given a pill that reduces the fat. The second team also reduced the weight by 10 kg despite giving them a vitamin C tablet. All this happened because their body believed that this tablet will help them reduce the weight, and that belief was so humongous, so strong that it did the magic. The same thing happens when you worship your God. Same thing, with that belief things will change. Same way here, have that belief in yourself is what I am asking. Don't believe someone, just believe yourself. That's the problem, Nakul. I don't have lost that belief. Believe that this will work. I will be conscious enough. I will focus. 5 minutes of observation, things will dramatically change. You do this for day 3 and take an official mock test. Just speaking you can take, rest of the modules you can skip. Official mock test link also I have shared in the description. Pearson link you should take, not from any third party application. They are not Pearson compliant, they do not have Pearson software. use a good mic like Platronics, you can write it down, Platronics C3200. If you are based out in India, it will be available in Amazon for around 4,000 Indian rupees. Otherwise, Logitech H390, people in Australia, Singapore, Dubai, Logitech mics are good, HP mics are good, Jabra is good, you can take them. Don't use Bluetooth headsets. This Mac I have, Nakul, Mac has or inbuilt mic, all those will not work. Gaming headsets will not work. Don't use cheap mics, use a better mic and take the speaking. When you take the speaking, shut down all the windows. There should not be any noise. If your house is situated in the center of the place, some town where there is huge bustling and hustling of the crowd, then take it in the midnight, 2 o'clock in the midnight where there is no sound except for the dog barking. Nothing should be recorded, not dog barking, not even fan sound, AC sound, everything turn off and take. You got to see 90 if you have followed this. Trust me on this. Alright, that's it. I know I sounded very confident because this will work. All you got to do is have that belief and do this. I am not asking you to practice again, pay more attention. I am asking you to practice consciously. You do that, then 3 days are more than enough. Okay, fine, just with this I will park it here. I really hope this video made sense. We have produced an informative content. If you like the video, leave your appreciation with a thumbs up and leave your valuable comments as to how you felt about the video. We'll be really happy to know. Fine, if any time you need online assistance, you can WhatsApp us to the number appearing at the bottom of the screen. We will guide in a right way, and if not subscribed to this channel, kindly click on the, you know what to do, subscribe button and hit that bell icon. With this, I'll park it here, guys. This is Nakul. I repeat, Nakul. Nakul signing off from SKILLS PTE. Soon we'll be back. Till then, take care. Bye-bye.